working. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Market's about to open in 2 minutes. So far, the usual, nothing much. Pullback at support. See if I can get the news. See if I can get the news open here. Alright, just look at that 15-minute. Market pulling back slightly. We'll see how it opens. 1 minute. 1 minute. Got the news open. So far, so good. Pretty quiet. Quiet morning so far. Alright, let's see. Indices. The index watch. Sorry, I gotta move this out the way. Let's get the S&P 500. Let's see how they do at the open. Looks like we've been consolidating this area for like the entire week. Market's open. Let's go. Off the gate, 204 advancing, 298 advancing, 98 declining. So 338. Look at that bullish start. Is way better than way better start than yesterday. We got a bullish open. That's good. Any pullbacks? You can buy here. Who's that? A lot of green on the screen. Green in between. Let's go, guys. Let's get the dubs. Oh, what's that noise? Look at that market. That's lovely. Look at that. Forgot I'm on YouTube too. I'm live on YouTube as well. Bullish 348 advancing, 149 declining. Strong open, strong open. It's an Apple, Apple breaking out finally. Look at that on Apple. Let's get this out the way. That's good for tech. Yeah, finally look at this. I was thinking Apple's gonna get down here, but that's it. This game, Apple's not gonna go. Oh, Taiwan Semi down. It's at support too. Taiwan Semi. Oh, Intel. Look at that. Intel. Is this it for Intel? Are they finally gonna break out of this downtrend? We'll see. Intel, man. So that's a cheapie right there. Nike just chilling. DuPont. New highs. DuPont. Coca-Cola. New highs. Agilent too. That's some support here. KBR pulling off. Alright, the oil's down. Let me see. Oh yeah, crude is down. And it's so hard to trade crude, bro. Crude oil is so hard to trade. The Shell pullback. I mean, Shell's pretty good. They have a lot of LNG, so that they got that going for them. I think Total Energy as well had some support. Chevron laying off 20% of their workforce. That's crazy. Exxon pulling back. Got rejected over here, man. Got to these indicators. Yeah. Crude oil is weak. Crude oil. Copper's doing better. Copper trying to break out. Let's look at the other miners. BHP trying to break out. Rio Tinto as well. Marathon Petroleum pulling back. Man, these oils, dude. I think oil's pulling back is because if there's a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia, you know, maybe the Russian gas and oil exports to Europe will resume. So that means less imports coming from the U.S. Okay, that makes sense now. Nucor pulling back. The steel's pulling back. Kaiser Aluminum. Are these the tariffs? Yeah. Oh, there's a Home Depot. That's a Depot, yeah. Lowe's pulling back. Yeah, a lot of these oil and gas stocks, man, they're being killed. Oh, look at Cisco. Cisco. Oh, new highs. New highs. Cisco, new highs. They clobbered earnings, man. They did good. Dell at some support here. They report today? Or 20? Oh, next week. Damn, people love going to cruise ships, right? A lot of the alcohol stocks trying to make a comeback. Well, except for this one. Constellation Brands. No bueno. Alright, let's look at the S&P. We are pulling back some. 284. 286 declining. Let's see how this closes. 15 minutes. Thanks for the follow, Jay. Appreciate it. John Deere's down. Deere? What happened to Deere? Yeah, I can't see this very well. Oh, look at that. To the penny, man. But this was over. This was at night. The market wasn't open yet. But look at that. To the penny, this thing was bought right here at this indicator. The purple indicator. Who else is down today? Dell's down. Equinox? Really? Why? Equinox. They're at support too here. They're pretty expensive though, so you gotta be careful. You can lose a lot of money real fast. Equinox. There's support here too. And this is the longer term time frame. This is a weekly chart. I am bullish on data centers. Maybe half a position. Then see if it dips down here to 856. But there's other better setups. Let's look at Dell. Dell's at a sweet spot too, right here. Kind of like here. It got to this blue indicator. It was bought up. Dell looking sweet. Their report soon. 227. But I like this spot here. See, Dell doesn't hit this blue indicator that often. Every time it hit here, there was a run up. The bears tried to take it lower, but nah, didn't work. I might buy some Dell. AppLovin. Oh yeah, dude, AppLovin. Yeah, I saw that yesterday when they reported. Jeez, man, that's crazy. Damn, look at that huge gap up on AppLovin. I know Trade Desk did bad. Oh, look at Trade Desk, the opposite. It's the gap down. Yeah, that's crazy. What the heck?
We tend to see that for active traders, they actually tend to be the ones that adopt all of our products. They're adopting retirement more quickly. They tend to.
I bet an activist will get involved here.
They go between assets. So
the Trade Desk. Aren't they like advertising or something? To Trade Desk. Let's look at Disney. Disney. Not doing much. It's at support, kind of. It's gotta hold this breakout though. They try to do something similar here. We're broke out. Then they Starbucks. Some intraday highs on Starbucks. Coca-Cola, new highs for today.
Let me just say that prediction markets are the future. I think there's a future not just for
Pepsi not
traders,
doing a
but
lot.
also
How about
for news
you
and
like Dr.
information.
Pepper?
So
Keurig Dr.
I've been a
Pepper's
big
doing good.
believer in the power of prediction markets for a long time, and I think there's a ton of
Microsoft.
value both for trading and also as a source of information. So
That support here.
we're gonna be going big, and we're gonna be a leader there.
I like Microsoft here too.
In CFTC's sort of like
Who's that talking right now?
I think
Shit, what?
you know
It
the fact
was.
that others
Oh, the Robinhood CEO. Let's look at Hood. Hood, man. Look at that. All-time highs for Hood. All-time highs. How's Affirm doing? Affirm, look at that. Affirm is not at all-time highs because Affirm was like a meme stock at one point, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I remember. Did Amazon invest in Affirm? It looks like some right here. It was higher up for sure. Well, Affirm, man, it's bullish long term. This is a bullish pattern here. How's Google? I know. This is Googs. Google down. Will it get down here though? I mean, that'll be sweet if we get it down here. But it's also at a good spot too. Nvidia. Nvidia's the GOAT, man. Qualcomm. So finally breaking out 171. Still stuck in that range. I'm still bullish long term though. AMD not barely anything. Who else? Roblox. Apparently they're being investigated again. Take-Two. I think Take-Two's at all-time highs. Damn, yeah, all-time highs for Take-Two. Man, that Grand Theft Auto game, man, they make them print money like crazy. EA, not that great. Take-Two should just buy Roblox. On Semiconductors. Pull back here. Oh man. You got the shot. On UPS finally.
Platforms that offer access to these types of products to retail, platforms such as Robinhood, should have disclosure that actually communicates.
Man, look at CVS. CVS still climbing. CVS was in the doghouse for a long time. Look at that. From 54 to 60. That $10 move. It's still going. Most analysts have $80 price target. So it's like back up here. Wa-
retail should have access
Walgreens
to
though. Can't. I don't know what to say about Walgreens.
that institutions have access to, and let people make their own decisions.
What's another stock? Broadcom, usual. I was looking at the internet. Verizon up.
Well, we've gotten some feedback. I like watching the
Oh,
YouTube analysis of earnings in
Comcast
the past because we get a lot of retail
pulling
analysts
back.
asking questions.
Look at that 4 hour though.
You know,
It's trying to climb back up. Comcast, AT&T. Man, finally AT&T finally turning around. This was like at 13 bucks, 25 bucks now. Look at that. T-Mobile all-time highs. Still, man, that's crazy. T-Mobile is just destroying everybody. RNG, Ring Central. God damn. What am I looking at here? Remember, Ring Central used to be expensive. It used to be like a really. I don't know what happened. Did they get competition or something? Because they used to be. It used to be $440, $450. This was 2020. I just fell off. Man, who? Someone took their market share big. Like someone took a bite out of their business. I don't know who did. But it took a shit ton of money out from them. Who did it, Kev? Who took their money, man? Who robbed them? Who robbed all their market share? Really? There is? Man, that's the thing about software stock. Software and tech in general, man, you can fall off hard, man, if you don't stay up. That's what happened to Intel and AMD. Just couldn't compete, man. Look at IBM. All-time highs. IBM almost went that way too. They were at $86. They had to do something ASAP. It was just like they were able to. Because IBM was heading that way of Intel and Ring Central. Cisco too, I remember. All these legacy stocks, man. Damn, this was a $22 stock. But now look at it. You got to invest in AI and all that stuff. The cloud. What about that Trump stock, man? Trump. Trump. Remember Trump stock? That was a meme stock, dude. When it first came out. I remember. Will I invest in Trump? I mean, not his stock. I might buy one of these refiners, dude. They pay a nice dividend. If they go down, I get paid handsomely. $91 91-cent dividend. I'm gonna get paid from the pipelines. All the oils are down. Phillips 66 pulling back. Valero pulling back. What about Halliburton pulling back? That's crazy. Got to this indicator. My indicator here. Sold it right off, man. Long term, crude oil's in the downtrend. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. Oil. Man, get rid of this. You should take out crude oil. Every time it gets to these indicators, there's a lot of sellers, man. It tried to get out once, but it just couldn't. It just can't. It can't get out of its own way. Look. Every time they try to close above, it was sell off, sell off, sell off here, and they just. So probably maybe back to $67. That's what it looks like for oil. Back to 60. I mean, that's good for us who use gas powered cars. Good for the pump. Is that why Chevron's laying off 20% of their workforce? Or are they laying off 20% of the workforce to fund the buyback? The stock buybacks? That's messed up, man. Yeah, so crude oil, unpredictable. This is good for day trading, you know, but it's not really. It's hard to invest in oil stocks, man. Because technically we're number one, but we're not really number one when it comes to oil. Saudi Arabia is, and they can turn on. I mean, they already tried to bankrupt U.S. company one time, in 2015. Like if you look back, let me go back. Damn, why is this always good? I remember 2015. Yeah. This is when Saudi Arabia was pumping a ton of oil, and oil just remained here around $50-$40 a barrel for at least 3 years. And in the process, a lot of U.S. oil and gas companies went bankrupt. It was a mix, like oil, like exploration companies, oil services companies, chemical companies. They all went a lot of them went bankrupt, and because technically Saudi Arabia, they can pump oil at like $10 a barrel. Like they can make money at $10 a barrel. U.S. is impossible. U.S. cannot pump oil at $10 $10 a barrel. That's why a bunch of them went bust. Now I remember, cause I got laid off somewhere here. I got laid off because we had a lot of investments in oil, and when it tanked, our assets under management shrunk big time. So, yeah. So U.S. can pump all they want. That's because Saudi Arabia is holding back, because they're not pumping more oil. But if they turn on that faucet, man, this thing go back to like the 40s, 50s, and that's it, man. And oil companies are in the red. At least the U.S. ones. Chevron over here. Honeywell. I think Honeywell's. We're spinning off a couple of their divisions. I don't know if I want to be into that right now. I like the stock though. It's down maybe here, but it's going through a transition. It's not fun. What's another Honeywell? Rockwell Automation. So that's some. What haven't I looked at? So we looked at oils. We looked at tech. We looked at. What haven't we looked at? Home builders, maybe. All right, home builders. Home Depot. Home Depot. Not really a home builder, but I mean they sell the stuff to build homes. Home Depot. They report soon, I think. I think it's just gonna stick. They're about to report, so that's probably why it hasn't moved. But long term, Home Depot's nice. I think there'll be earnings, man. People are always fixing homes, apartments are always, something's always breaking, you know, apartments, house. Lowe's. The Lowe's report? What was Lowe's? Let me see. Live news, Lowe's. Sometimes if you look at competitors, you can kind of start predicting the other competitors. So Lowe's reported first, so you kind of start predicting Home Depot if they can beat it or not. Lowe's pension. Okay, that's not profit deemed by pension settlement. Okay. Wait, this isn't. I don't think this is the same Lowe's. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This isn't. There's two Lowe's. This is the other. Never mind. This is the actual. The other Lowe's is like a private equity, like a hedge fund, something like that. But this is Lowe's, the hardware store. My bad. And price targets for Lowe's 308, 307, 295. I mean, they've been raising targets. 270, 260. What's that now? 250? Let's look at the long-term charts for Lowe's. What do we got? It's at support too, Lowe's. But it's getting kind of close to earnings though. Whew. Will they beat? Who knows? How are other earnings? How was last year? 280, 289. I mean, they've been beating. Even with the interest rates going up, you know, they're beating still. And like I said, it's because no matter what, people have to fix their house. Or apartments have to get stuff fixed. You know, people break stuff or just things just break down. You gotta replace it, you know? Home Depot's the same thing, but Home Depot's more exposed now to the newer homes. I think they bought a distribution company. Home Depot, they recently made an acquisition. So that might hurt them. Maybe Lowe's is better right now, to be honest. What's another? Oh, Builders First, right? Builders First Source. They're a large distributor too. So basically, Home Depot bought like a competitor to these guys, to Builders First Source. Oh, they haven't reported earnings either, man. I'm basically trying to find something similar, like a. It doesn't have to be an exact competitor, but someone in the same space in a way. But they haven't reported, so I can't get a insight on how they did. Who can I? What's another industrial for housing? I can't think of any. Builders First Source. I mean, there's 3M. 3M. They beat earnings. That's all I can think of. Because a lot of industrial stocks are like for homes. They're private companies. Whatever. Illinois, maybe the tool works. Illinois Tools, maybe. Let me see. Did they report earnings already? They're a similar competitor to. Oh, okay. Here's something. Oh, they did beat. So this is good. This is looking good for for Home Depot and Lowe's. Let me see the price target on Illinois Tools. That's not it. Oh, right here. News for Illinois Tools. Any price targets? 285, 259, so 231. Man, there's a lot of lower price targets for this. 245. Let's see. Illinois Tools quarters. A decline 1.3 year over year. Okay, missing. Estimates of 3.9 billion. 3.99. It's not by much. Construction products. There we go. Minus 5%. Specialty. 4 minus 5%. Okay. Cash flow reached 1.1 billion. Cash flows rose though, which is good. Well, Home Depot and Lowe's might miss earnings, but as long as their cash flows are higher, even though they miss earnings, the stocks will be fine. They won't take a hit as hard. It's kind of like this. I think this is when they reported, and sure enough, they bought this thing immediately. All right, so that's my thoughts on home builders. Lowe's, Depot, very bullish. Even long term, we're in a bullish uptrend for Home Depot and Lowe's. See, every time it tried to break, got bought here. I see possibly inverted head and shoulders here forming. W pattern. W pattern. Or maybe into earnings this will climb up. Do 419. But the chart looks bullish. The chart is bullish for Home Depot. I think Lowe's will probably look similar too. W pattern. Oh, not as clean cut, but it has a very strong trend here. When it gets to the blue EMA, the blue indicator, people buy it. Except here. But it didn't last very long. They brought this thing back up quickly. And this was earnings too. Capped up. Bought. Should go below bought. And it's kind of and it's in a similar spot. Right below it. But it's trying to climb back to the upside. Alright. That's good. Oh, UPS. I forgot I bought this thing. Let's go, UPS. Let's go. 114.62. It's at 115. Yay. PayPal. What about PayPal? Nah, PayPal's still not above my spot. All of the oils are trying to make a comeback here. Yep. Oh shoot. Let's go, UPS. Come on. Come on, UPS. Daddy needs a new car. UPS. UPS. Where is it now? Is it breaking out? It's trying to. Oh yeah, dude. I forgot I got new tires, man. Come on, man. It's $500, dude. I got filled here. 114.62. That's where I bought it. 115.25. Damn, that's it. It's in a range though. If it can finally break out of this right here, oh my gosh, to the races, dude. Off to the races, man. It just needs to break out of that. Yeah, I think it can get there now. It's breaking this right here, which is good. Shit, man. Let's go. Will this be my first 10 bagger? Come on, man. I haven't had a 10 bagger in like 2 months, man. Come on. 10 bag, come on. Give me that 10 bag. Come on. 10 bag. Can I make it a 12 bagger? 12K. Let's come on. I need 12K profit. Let's go. I'll be happy. If I can get 10K, I'll be happy. 10K. I already hit it. I hit a 5 bagger. I hit a 5K bagger this week. Now I need a 10 bagger. Give me the 10, man. And give me the dividend too. $1.64. People could be buying it for the dividend too, before they get paid that divvy. What about Nike? Nike, it's our resistance. They're trying to though. I'm more scared of messing Nike. People can easily fake Nike shoes, man. Back then, like back in my day, I feel so old. Like you can spot fakes real easy for like Nikes. Like, you can tell it's a fake shoe. But now, man, now it's so hard to tell fakes from the real thing. Very hard. Like if someone showed me, like even StockX has a hard time telling between a real and a fake Nike shoe. That's how good these manufacturers, Chinese manufacturers, have got it. That's part of Nike's fault because they relied too much on China to make their shoes, and people just copied it. Any apparel stock, I'm not into apparel stocks, man, because they can go out of favor, you know. Anytime. Look at American Eagle, dude. It was like, this was in like when I was in high school. Wish I could try to make it kind of like it was in, but nobody wants it anymore. Sell this thing, dude. The one I am surprised with is Abercrombie and Fitch. Now that, I'm baffled. How's that possible? This went to 196. It's falling off now. Fudge, no, I'm not investing. Remember Aeropostale? I think they went private. Gap. Gap has a lot of gaps. Nah, no thanks. Victoria's Secret, man. Was that with a C? Or with a K? Oh, yeah, Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret 2 used to be before it spun off, it used to be owned by Bed Bath & Beyond, I think. And then they spun that mug off. This used to be like over $100, I think, at one point. Bed. BBWs, my favorite. I see. Bed Bath and Beyond too. It gapped up. It beat earnings. I feel like Bed Bath and Beyond is very seasonal. It's a seasonal stock. I feel like they once it gets closer to Christmas and stuff, this thing takes off and then just kind of dies down when it's not in season. So like Bed Bath and Beyond, it's not in season right now. They report next week. They might beat since they're reporting for the Christmas season, but for the spring season, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. See, because it pulls back. I think this was last January. January. And it falls off like a cliff. Nah, I'm good. KKR. It's not in a bad spot. Not in a bad spot. Blackstone either. Dude, if it can get down here, man, I don't know. The market would have to tank really hard. I want to pick it up at 140. BlackRock. Look at BlackRock. BlackRock, even though it's expensive, it's probably my favorite one out of all the rest. Blackstone does a lot of shady stuff. I know they're losing money on some stuff, so I'd rather not. KKR, decent. Who's another? Brookfield. Dang, man, they bought this thing hot. Oh, it reported, that's why. Nice. Came to this here. To the penny. Brookfield Nash. Brookfield's doing good. Oh, let's see Boeing. Boeing. All the pullbacks are bought now for Boeing. Look at that. I mean, there's resistance here, but I feel like Boeing is done going down. Boeing's downfall is over. It's over. Boeing's not falling down anymore. They just gotta reinstate that dividend. This thing's going back to $400 soon enough. All these pullbacks for Boeing were bought. I got bought. Man, if you can get it somewhere here, 171. It's a sweet spot. It's done it once, twice. Nothing times here. What about GE? Pulling back. GEV. Raytheon. Pulling back too. Maybe here, Raytheon. 121. Look at Raytheon. Yeah, about 121. There's a gap here. Yeah, 121 at this gap. And it's making a bearish pattern here. See this evening star? Evening, like it's going down, right? It's forming this evening pattern here. Kind of like here. It went down a little bit, but then it kept going down. Lockheed Martin. Is it filling this gap? Let's see. I think it might fill this gap. This is from a long time ago. I'm not sure how strong that is. This gap is, but it keeps 420. I think Morgan Stanley had a $409 price target. Oh, it may be a little down because I think Trump wants to end that war in Ukraine. Let me see. I mean, a lot of analysts have way higher price target for Lockheed Martin. You see, price target 497. 497. Jeffries has 510 price target. Wells Fargo 497. JP Morgan has 535. $535. That's like over here, man. Way higher. It's like $100. 541. Bernstein. Deutsche Bank 472. $525. Yeah. All these price targets are. The only one is Goldman Sachs 418 with a sell rating. So Goldman Sachs has 418, which is where basically here at the gap 418. Is that what Goldman's seen? Fill in this gap. I mean, it's Goldman Sachs. They might take it at 418, bro. So, or maybe take like a half position, like a small one, and then and you get paid a big dividend too, $3.30. That's huge. Let's look at 10 years on the monthly chart. Oh shit. Sometimes it's good to look at the monthly chart because you can also see where the indicators. Man, it's close. It's close to a buy point. I mean, Lockheed Martin has never gone down below this. Never. It's touched it a few times. Sometimes it doesn't even get there. It gets close, but not. I mean, start looking somewhere here for a buy. Somewhere here. So Lockheed Martin, keep that on the watch list. I mean, at this price level, it's been here. This level 2021. This is like when the Ukraine war started, I think. Yeah, Lockheed Martin. It's coming to. This is the long-term monthly chart. It hasn't been below this indicator. I don't think ever. This is going back since 2015, 16, 18, 18, 20. Yeah, Lockheed Martin I like. I might pick some up next week. I think the next week we'll form one of these green candles next week. Go along. Like I said, Goldman Sachs has a. Want some sauce? What's the sauce, broski? Exit. What's up, exit? Oh man. You trade altcoins? Nice. Let's look at Bitcoin. I haven't looked at Bitcoin. That's one I forgot to look at today was Bitcoin. But I'm gonna have this on my radar. Maybe I can add a weird alert. If it goes below 4, it's at what, 441? I might not even get there, but I'm just have it there just to remind me. Oh, nice. So we got Bitcoin. Get rid of this. Remove study. The news. Bitcoin. It's making a bull flag here. All the if you look at the smaller time frames, all the support here bought. I remember I told somebody about around this area before it tanked down here to look for this, and sure enough, it got bought. There's a lot of support here. The only thing you gotta keep in mind is that the longer it stays here, the weaker this becomes, and it could fall off. So we gotta see some pickup here, some momentum to the upside fairly soon. Because I don't like when it stays like this for too long. Because then it just kind of like falls off a cliff like that. So this thing better skid that on up soon. Yeah, 4 hour. You take a shot here even now, then keep your like. I mean, if you're able to tolerate the movements down, just keep like a stop like right here. But it can even go below this, so like maybe a stop like right here at 90,000. So risk 6,000. Weeball, get on the art. Interesting. I'll look into it. Exit. Appreciate it, man. I'll keep that in mind. I forgot about Ethereum. Ethereum, how's that? God damn, these things all over the place. God, so many gaps. This is ugly. This is ugly to trade this thing. Ethereum. It's in a downtrend. ETH. If Bitcoin falls, this thing's gonna fall. Fall hard. It's trying though. There's a lot of support here. Man, I don't know what happened here. But.
As we go to break, check out some of the biggest gainers on the S&P this morning. As Dow's up 100 points, back to 60.81. MGM.
Oh shoot! I gotta go to my kids' lunch soon.
Also today, Apple taking a major step to roll out AI in its iPhones in China. Details on that after this quick break.
Oh yeah, JoJo's. Yeah, dude. The thing that starts at 10. How's UPS 115? Still climbing? UPS still climbing? Let's go. What about PayPal, man? Is my PayPal finally going up? No. Just chilling there. It's trying though. I think it's that support here, PayPal. That's why I bought it. I saw this. I'm like, man. A lot of analysts have a like $100 price target on this thing. Unless they're fooling me, which is a possibility that they are. And they filled this gap too. It came to the gap here. See this gap? I wonder if I can make a line. If I can stretch this thing out. See the gap here? This yellow line, this gap. There was that support at the gap. It didn't. It could fill it, which is a little bit lower, but so far, so good. This thing has so many gaps up here. Look at that. Well, this is the first gap I see. for PayPal. Tesla had the same thing, but Tesla is finally moving on up. This one actually came and pretty much filled the gap. Look, I know I mentioned to one of the people in the stream that Tesla could, if they wanted to take a small position, do it here because of this gap. It came to the gap too. It almost filled it completely. But here, Tesla got to this gap. It's a tiny gap. Can't really see it. But if Tesla kept going down, because it was right here when he asked me about it, I told him, I see a gap filled here. So you can start a small position and ride it back up, or you can wait for this large gap here. This is a big. This one you can tell it's a bigger gap. Add a drawing. See if I can. Here's the other gap for Tesla. It's a little crooked. There we go. Or if it kept going down, Tesla, you can go to this gap here. It was a big way down. It's what, 275 for the gap. Show me the money. But it is at resistance now. Not now. The bulls really have to show that they're gonna take this up, because all this is crossing down. It's still crossing down. There's gonna be a lot of tug of war right here. These lines. So if it was me, if I was trading this, I didn't at the gap, I would probably take off half a position, like sell it, half of it, and then hold it. And I would move my stop at like right here, lock in a little bit of profits in case it goes back down. At least I locked in some profits, because it could make a W pattern. This could make like a W, so that's not complete. You kind of have to just predict in a way. It could make a W pattern, so it could come back down before going back up. Or this was just a fake out, and it'll go down completely and fill in this gap here. Come to the gap. But so far, so good. Oh, here's another more resistance here. 365. S&P new highs, 303 advancing, 87 declining. Show me the money, show me the money. United States Steel. Or Trump. Let them get bought out by Nippon Steel. It's bullish though. Look at that. Getting straight here, man. This was like all like bots right here trading this thing. It was like algorithm trading right here. Bought it all the way up. Saw this. Continue the uptrend. This could go back to 43. It's an inverted head and shoulders here. Or it could pull back. But I don't think it will now. Cleveland Cliffs. Not as clean, but it's trying to break out to the upside. If you guys want a cheap stock, a cheapie, it would be this one. Nucor. I'd rather invest in Nucor. It's at support here at this pullback. Might think about it. Let's look at the monthly. But that Lockheed Martin trade, man, it's looking sweet. Time frames, look at a monthly. Custom. Daily others. Monthly. Okay. Oh, look at that Nucor. Look at Nucor, man. Oh, what's up, Tim? Yeah, I'll look at it real quick. I'll look at it after this one. Nucor came here, man. To the monthly EMA. But this is pretty bullish. Any pullback, so I'll try to buy Nucor here. This is cheap. Sometimes that's why you gotta look as far as back as the monthly. Same thing with Lockheed Martin too. Hasn't got on these levels and hasn't gone below these levels ever, I think. Every time it got close, it got bought. It's close, man. It's close. NOG. NOG, Northern Oil and Gas. Are you talking about this, right? Northern Oil and Gas. Man, I traded this a long time ago. I think back when it was like $3. Yeah, I remember. I think they're mostly in the what? They're in the West Coast, Nevada, maybe? Not Nevada, Dakota. The Dakotas, I think. Right? They're in Minnesota. I know they're in that cold weather drilling. I know they're. Or at least the last time I traded. I mean, that was a long time ago. It could be in different places now. You started in 2019. Let's see. I mean, it is at support if you think about it. Look, a bunch, yeah. Look, it's at a sweet spot here. It got bought every time. But you're just at the mercy of crude oil, the future. So when you trade oils like these, I try to look at did they beat earnings? They report the 19th. They report when is that, Monday or Tuesday? Oh, it's after the market close. And this is pretty sweet spot here. Still got crude oil. Damn it, get this off. Oh shoot, this reversal hammer. What's the break-even price? Do you know, Tim? The break-even for Northern Oil and Gas? You know what the break-even is for drilling? Below 10? Really? $10 a barrel? Yeah, that's cheap. Alright, let's look at a daily on oil. They tried to break out once a few days ago. They sold this here immediately. Wait, let me see. Is this a gap? Oh, it's at a gap too here. Came to a gap. I wonder if some people are seeing this right here. See this gap. I think people are trying to buy the gap here. I don't know if you see this tiny gap right here. Now we just got to make sure it stays above the gap, that it doesn't fall below. If it falls below, this thing's probably going back to 67. 67 bucks a barrel if it does not hold this gap here. So far, so good.
Doing what you do, because it does feel increasingly competitive, this whole cybersecurity market.
Yeah, there are a number of players in and around the industry, but frankly, very few of them
Nice.
and is focused on this part of the market. As I mentioned,
Here's the smaller time frame.
companies that have been focused on what's called
Pulling
single
back.
sign-on or multi-factor
Bulls just gotta. They gotta keep it above here. Essentially, they gotta stay above this area. Let's get the 1 hour. Is that resistance? 30-minute chart. Resistance here.
The other thing is, so it will remain a controlled company, right? Thoma Bravo will still own, what, 88% of the company after the...
Let's see what else I can find here. You saw. I have WTI. I mostly look at the light sweet crude. I don't know if can I still look at WTI crude? What's the other crude? I know there's two of them. There used to be two. Like, actually, let me see. Let me look at futures. Futures. A lot of these used to be free. A lot of these, but now the Charles Schwab charges to see some of these futures. Oh, Brent. There's Brent crude. There's Brent. Brent crude is a larger contract. Sweet crude is mostly like Permian Basin type crude, U.S. crude. Brent will always be more expensive. I think, yeah. It's the same pattern, Brent crude. Side resistance too. Basically, take a coin flip right now for oil. And plus that Trump ending the Russia war, he might make a deal. I don't know. Russia might start exporting their oil and gas again through the pipelines. So I think that's what's kind of hurting crude right now. So that means we'll be exporting less to Europe in a way. You get what I mean? That's the hard part. I don't know. Trump's. Will he end the war? I don't know. It's funny how he left Europe out of it. He left Europe and Ukraine out of the the talks. I don't know if you read that article saying that in like stop the war, you know, the U.S. will keep all of Ukraine's minerals in because you know how we basically gave them all the weapons and stuff. So basically, Ukraine pays us in all the minerals, and then Russia keeps whatever they took. You know, the 20% of Ukraine that Russia took. Man, Ukraine got hosed, bro. Ukraine got hosed at the end. Imagine if they plotted that. U.S. gets to keep Ukraine's minerals, and Russia gets to keep all the land they took. Ukraine got left with nothing.
But so it's, what about gap profitable? And how long does that take? And how much of the business is
Let's see.
subscription?
Let's look at Exxon. Oh shoot! I knew I drew something here, like a W pattern. Cause I was bullish on energy. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was seeing this W pattern here. Kind of like here. That's kind of like a small W. You see this W? That's what I was thinking for Exxon. Creating a W, then go higher. Like I said, crude oil is a lot of politics involved. That's the thing. That's what's hard about it. I'm pretty sure it looks the same almost. Almost, yeah, like a W. But this is kind of weak though. Let me see. Actually, gap down the daily chart.
We continue to push higher.
I mean, they beat earnings though.
S&P 500 now up 0.6%. But here's a look at some of the biggest losers right now on the S&P. You've got the airlines in there, down 4%
Timber,
or
Head and
so. So
Shoulders.
that is the animal healthcare company. Also,
I like Conoco.
what do you like that?
Conoco has a lot of good. Occidental, their report on the 19th as well. They have too much debt. That's a bad part of Occidental. They have a ton of debt. I remember they bought Anadarko at like almost at all-time highs, and they had to get. I think Warren Buffett gave them the loan at like 8% interest. Man, Warren Buffett made a ton of money off of that, off the loan. And now Warren Buffett owns stocks. I think he bought it. I remember when he bought it. This was like $25 Occidental. It was around $25 a share. This was during the pandemic time. Now let's look at the refiners. Refiners are trying to make a comeback here. Marathon Petroleum. I was thinking of buying a refiner today. Man, I should have bought it earlier when I was talking. That was like at 147 too. Let's see here. This one or Valero? Oh, Valero's still pretty weak. I might think. PSX. I think they got an activist involved. They want them to. The activist investor wants them to spin off the pipelines and just focus straight on refinery. So basically, they want to make them like Valero. Like Valero is only does refining. It doesn't have pipelines. While PSX has refining and pipelines, but they want them to get rid of the pipeline part, spin it off, and just stick to refining. That's why it jumped a lot right here. This is because they announced it. Marathon Petroleum has pipelines, but they spun it off too, which is MPLX. So MPLX is Marathon Petroleum's pipeline. And since Marathon Petroleum owns a percentage of MPLX, dude, MPLX pays Marathon a ton of money, like in dividends. This thing pays 95 cents, almost 96 cents in dividends. And Marathon Petroleum gets paid handsomely for that. This used to be like the last time I traded this was like $34, $36. Now it's at $54. The railroads, Union Pacific, probably the best one. Let's see, look at Shell. Shell is doing good. They're probably one of the bigger integrated oil companies that are benefiting because they invested in LNG a long time ago. So Shell probably, out of all the European oil and gas, the large ones, Shell is probably the best one. And then maybe Total second. BP being the worst one. But that the activists, again, they want them to, I think, sell off the refinery part. Maybe spin it off. That the fact that an activist got involved in BP makes me kind of bullish for energy. So Tim, I'm pretty bullish on your NOG. It's just pulling back some on the longer time frame. If you look at the monthly, you know, you're at a sweet spot. I thought about buying some Halliburton, actually. Halliburton, it's damn cheap. I remember Baker Hughes, man, they did really good. I still had this at like $32. This Baker Hughes. It's at 46 now. Schlumberger 41. Look at LNG. Oh, LNG.
Nice earnings surprise.
Some of them have actually had some nice surprises.
Might be at a sweet spot too. Let me just look at the monthly chart on this
I
thing.
mean, Coors, what, had sales down 2%, and that was better than expected. It's still not
LNG.
necessarily growing. It's
Is
also
that
been a big
support
beneficiary
here?
of the market share shift over
It
the
could
last,
go here. It could go
year or two
lower.
away from Bud
Right
Light
here.
into
This would be
Coors
even
Light,
better.
Molson Coors, and they've been able
This
to
spot
retain
here.
some of that.
Yeah, still wrestling with the whole cannabis and GLP-1.
You know, Chineri Energy. When I first started trading, learning how to trade, this was at like $15 a share. I remember, because they were still constructing a lot of the terminals at that time. Man, that's crazy. 250. I remember 15 bucks. This used to be when I was 257. I was when as high as 257. Chevron. Chevron's laying off 20% of their employees. This is crazy. Chevron, man. Are they doing that because they're getting more efficient, or are they doing that to fund the buybacks? 20% of laying off 20%. That's like what, 8,000 employees they said they're gonna lay off. Damn. Energy Transfer beat earnings. I like the pipelines are doing really good this year. I remember no one gave a crap about pipelines for the longest time. They were always like at the bottom barrel. Now everyone loves pipelines. Look at this thing, bro. Maybe here for Kinder, $24. Enbridge. This too, I used to have this around like here around this price, 30 bucks. This thing's at 45. TC Energy, Trans Canada Pipeline. Oh, that's Coca-Cola. I'm doing better than Pepsi. Man, Pepsi fell off, man. What happened? What happened to Pepsi, man? No one likes Pepsi. UPS. I bought some UPS at 114.62. It's at 115. Let's go. I think UPS. See the UPS. I looked at the same thing as like a Lockheed Martin. Like that. Like, there's no way this has to go higher. It hasn't been around here in forever. Since like 20. When was this? 2020. Yeah, 2020. It was here. I mean, it's pretty close. But I don't think it's gonna get down here. So I took a shot at UPS. And I get paid a dividend handsomely while I wait. $1.64. PayPal. PayPal 2. Here. There's some here. There's like $100 price targets. A lot over $100 after they reported earnings. And they beat too. So I'm just gotta be patient. You know, PayPal at once was worth more than Bank of America. This was during the pandemic. I remember. I knew one of these FIS went down. Oh shit. Similar to PayPal, there's some support here. Westlake Chemical, yeah, this one too. I bought this. I just forgot to put. I got around this price, I think. I might pick up some more. I got this one. I got filled at.
Hey, Mike, well, if these reciprocal tariffs are meant to scare other nations,
1104. That's the price I got filled on this yesterday. 1104. I saw this. I'm like, man, it hasn't gone below this in years. Since the pandemic, essentially, when the economy was closed everywhere, it was here at this spot. But other than that, look at that, to the penny, got bought right here, and now it's right here again. So I picked some up, but they're about to report though, so kind of iffy a little bit. It's coming up soon, cause it could fall. It could keep going down. You never know. I'm just going based off the technicals here. The fundamentals are strong. I got cash. Whirlpool See, Whirlpool's that's in worse shape. This thing. Go down here. We need interest rates to fall down more for this thing to work. Though I love Whirlpool. I have Whirlpool washer and dryers. I think they're the best. Oh, look. Stanley Black & Decker for tools. Look at this. Look at this. It was bought every time it got to this purple line. Purple indicator. Bought. And it's here again. If you guys want to take a chance at it. And you get paid a dividend. 82 cents. Look at that. I would buy here and take some profits here. Like I said, we just need an interest. Man, we need the housing to pick. Once housing picks back up, man, this thing's off to the races again. Why is Hims and Hers up 20%? Hims and Hers. God damn. Oh shit. I just noticed that. Holy crap. I don't. They're about to report earnings though. Damn. Everyone needs Viagra, maybe? I'm assuming. This thing's bricked up. It's bricked up, man. Look at this. I wouldn't buy it here, though. No way. This is out of it. It's too much for me to handle. That's what she said. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. No more puns, man. No more puns. Nah, it's up 20% because, let me see real quick. Maybe because of the Super Bowl? I think they got their sales went up after they reported from the Super Bowl. But other than that, there's no really other news just besides the Super Bowl. The thing is, a lot of companies can replicate what they do. They can do. That's why I'd rather not. What do you call their... Not like off-brand. What do you call that? Damn, I already forgot that word. What do you call them when it's like a... Not the actual thing, but it has the same compounds and stuff, but it's just slightly, like very, very, very tiny, slightly different. I wouldn't say knockoff, because it's... Just, I wouldn't want to have a knockoff medicine. Basically, the big companies will give them the formula to make it. Over the counter. There you go. Yeah, over the counter. They make a lot of over the counter stuff. That's essentially what they are. But a lot of companies can start their own over the counter. That's the thing. Like Eli Lilly could just make their own over the counter, and this thing's gonna not be good. This thing's gonna... Plus, this company's young. I don't like to invest in companies that are under like 5 years old, because then there's not a lot of data on it. That's the thing. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Generic. There you go. It's generic. Generic. You got it, man. That was the word I was looking for. Generic drugs. But I gotta go. I'll be back. I gotta go to my kids' school lunch, so I'll be back probably 11. No, 10:30ish. Alrighty. So hit the follow if you guys want more stock analysis or just me yapping. But yeah, I'll be back, guys. Thanks, Kev. I appreciate it. Generic. That was the word I was calling it. Not knockoff.